Okay guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing an advanced lesson for English speakers. This is just to help you. People can get confused, and we're going to go over all of the tenses, and I'm going to help you in an easier way. I'm going to just give you tips and kind of explain to you the differences between each tense. Now, I have a table. I found it on the internet. And it looks good, and maybe sometimes I'll refer to that and I'll show you, but for most of this lesson, you know, I'm just going to be explaining the differences. So let's start. Okay guys, so what I want to do right now is tell you about the past simple. Now, on the template that I have, the first example there, it says, last year, I studied English in England. So, in this case, last year, it's finished, and studied is finished. So you need to remember that when you say studied, it goes with the finished time. You have to say last year. If you don't, it can be another tense. So if you want to play things safe and you want to speak correctly, you can always add a finished time into your sentence, or a finished situation. Like when I was a child, I played outside with my friends, you know? I played outside when I was a child. I studied last year in England. So you need to have a finished time with a finished action. That's the biggest rule for past simple. Let's move to the present simple. We're only going to be doing simple sentences right now, and then we'll move into other things. So present simple, for example, is like this. I study English every day. I study English every day. No ing, nothing. It's just a fact. This is general information, it's permanent, and this is what I do. Not what I'm doing, what I do. So, it's a permanent situation. You should add in there some of the key words like always, never, sometimes, usually, things like this, to help bulk up the sentence to make it bigger and thicker, but use those words to guide you. Now, that's the present simple. Just facts, general information, maybe just to describe your habits and stuff like that. But again, you don't have to do anything with the verb. The only thing you have to do with the verb is she, he, and it's. Just add an S there or IES, you know. But again, this is an advanced lesson, so you already know. So she studies, he studies English every day. Now, let's go into the future simple. So the future simple, you have two ways to use it, and they're a little confusing at the beginning, but I will help you understand it, I promise. I am going to study English next year. That's the example. I am going to study English next year. And you also have, I will study English next year. So what's the difference? And they're both called future simple. So what is going on here? Okay, let me help you. I will is for a promise. Have you ever heard someone say, will you marry me, to a girl?
Elizabeth, will you marry me?
Will you marry me? He's asking for a promise from that woman or from that girl to say, yes, I will marry you. Okay? So, will is for promises. Second thing about will is for quick decisions. You're gonna make a quick decision. For example, someone knocks on the door. I'll get it. You don't need to think. It's a reaction. I'm quickly going to do it. I will get it. I will do it. I will see. I will help you. I will, okay? All the time, quick decisions, quick reactions for will. Okay, so we have promises. We have quick decisions, and it's also for future predictions, but that you're sure about. If you're positive, 100% sure, again, it's like a promise. Yeah, it will rain tomorrow. I will go to the meeting. That's a prediction. Tomorrow, it will rain. Tomorrow, it will snow. Tomorrow, it will be a nice day, I promise you. Okay? So that's how we use will, but what about going to? Going to is like, I'm going to study English tomorrow. It's a planned event, okay? So these are pre-planned things. When you use going to, it's for pre-planned things. It's like you have a plan on the calendar. I'm going to go to the movies tonight. I'm going to study English tomorrow. I'm going to go travel to Mexico. I like to use Mexico for some reason. So I'm going to go to Spain. I'm going to go to Rome, okay? These are pre-planned events that I have scheduled. Now, that's one way to use going to. So it's a planned event. It's not a promise. I'm going to marry you does not sound good. I will marry you, that sounds great, okay? It is also used for predictions, just like will, but if you're not so sure, I think it's going to rain, okay? It's kind of like saying it might rain. So it's going to rain, but if you're completely sure, you want to use will, okay? If you're completely sure, you want to use will. Now, let's get into the ing, the progressives.